Phil says, I'm getting into the topical verse keyword topic for website structure. Where exactly on Google do we find the topics and their keywords? Is it in the keyword planner or just Googling a term? Well, the best thing that I can recommend is look at Google or look at Wikipedia entities name, because a lot of Google's language model was trained on Wikipedia, largely trained on Wikipedia, that and several other semantic databases, et cetera. But Wikipedia was one of the largest, one of the sites that they used to train the language model. So what I call named entities in Wikipedia, a lot of the times you can determine that by looking at entities in Wikipedia, looking at capitalization, how keywords or words are combined to create topics. That's the difference. This is Hump Day Hangouts. I'm not going to get deep into that here. That is mastermind level stuff that we're talking about. So all I'm saying is Wikipedia is a good place to start. By the way, I like to use Google and then append Wikipedia to search queries to determine what Google determines are relevant Wikipedia entities for my intended term, which is the seed term that I put in for the search queries. Does that make sense? So in other words, instead of going to Wikipedia and using Wikipedia search, go to Google and search for tree service Wikipedia, tree trimming Wikipedia. I'm using my industry as an example, obviously, but just look at the search results and it will show you what Google determines or thinks are relevant Wikipedia entities for that seed term. And then start to develop a list of related entities to your topic, your industry. And again, this is I've done this manually. There are probably tools that do this. I just don't know of any. And even if I did, I still did it manually because I wanted to go through the process and really learn my industry very well, which is what I recommend that you all do. I'm sure there are tools that do it too. I just don't know of any. So anyway, that's what I do. Also look at Google business categories, guys. Like that's important. If you're doing local stuff, look at categories, Google business categories. There's a great list. Let me pause the screen for a minute. I'll share the link with you. There's a great list from, I believe it's Dalton Luca. I met him at SEO at the Beach. And I frequent this often. In fact, if you just search Google business categories in Google, he comes up #1, his page, but I'll put this in chat anyway. And pay attention to some of that stuff too. There it is, Dalton Luca. But if you just search for list, I think it's just list of Google business categories. That's another one to look at to kind of start trying to identify like topics, like, so again, whatever, right there is what I'm talking about. That one right there. But just look at that. Just take a look at that and start, using Wikipedia as that's one of a couple that you could use. But that's all. That's basically all I'm going to say in the Hump Day Hangout, guys. Otherwise, come into the mastermind, and that's seriously just certain things that have to be behind a paywall. That's one of them. I gave you enough information to get started. Oh, one last thing that I can share, guys. Go to Google Trends, right? And go to Google Trends. But look so again, like, if I start to type in tree service, it gives you two options. Okay. God damn it. If I can type properly. Okay. It gives you an option here. Tree service search term or tree service topic. Do you see? So you can also do topic research with Google Trends. Do not try to compare search terms to topics. If you're going to try to do comparisons, do topic to topic or search term to search term. That makes sense. But you can use Google Trends to also identify things. So for example, I would leave it to United States and I would say 2004 to present or past 5 years to present. A lot of times, if you go with a shorter time frame, you're going to have a lot less data. So I'm going to look at the past 5 years. And this is going to give me, again, see, this is not a very, sometimes the topic analysis is shit in trends, but I'm just giving you some other options. If you look at 2004 to present, it might give you a little bit more data, not much. That makes sense. But you see related topics here. You can go to top and see, okay, tree, plant, service, topic, etc. So again, just start playing around with Wikipedia, Google business categories, Google Trends, things like that. Try to identify and start piecing it together. If you want more kind of formal training on that, again, I talk about this stuff in the mastermind. Got to move on.